All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to break down how modern businesses are supposed to build, secure, and grow their technology. And to do that, we're going to use a company, iRabbit Technologies, as our guide to really understand how three massive areas, we're talking cloud, DevSecOps, and AI, all come together to make that happen. So let's just kick things off with a really important question. Is your technology actually helping you win, or is it secretly holding you back? Because in today's world, slow, clunky, outdated systems, they're not just an annoyance. They are literally an anchor dragging your entire business down, stopping you from growing and competing. Okay, so how do you get rid of that anchor? Well, that's exactly where a technology partner comes into the picture. We're going to take a look at iRabbit Technologies to see how they go about tackling these exact problems for other companies. So what does being a global technology partner actually mean in plain English? Well, it really just comes down to three things. First, they help you build the digital tools you actually need. Second, they make sure those tools are secure from the absolute start, not as some last-minute panic. And third, they make sure everything can scale so it doesn't all fall apart the second your business finds success. And you might be thinking, okay, is this just for the big guys? But no, it seems to be for everyone. From the startups that have to get it right from day one, to those growing businesses that are hitting some serious growing pains, and all the way up to the huge enterprises that are trying to drag their ancient tech into the modern age. So what are the actual problems they're fixing? Well, it's the stuff that keeps business owners up at night. First, updating those old, squeaky systems that, let's be honest, everyone's afraid to even touch. Second, getting the cloud spend under control so you're not just throwing money away every month. And finally, and this is a big one, building security and automation right into the DNA of how you create software. That is a total game changer. Okay, so we've seen the why, the big problems they tackle. Let's shift gears now and look at the what, the core pillars of their strategy that actually get the results. Their entire approach really hangs on three essential pillars for any business today: cloud, DevSecOps, and AI. Look, any one of these on its own is powerful, for sure. But the real magic, that happens when you bring them all together. Let's break this down. Think of it like you're building a high-tech factory. The cloud? That's your foundation, the solid ground you build everything on. DevSecOps? That's the super efficient automated assembly line you build on top of that foundation, letting you produce things quickly and safely. And AI? Well, that's the brain of the whole operation, adding a layer of intelligence that was just science fiction a few years ago. Now, you hear this term, DevSecOps, thrown around all the time, right? So let's just be super clear about what it actually means. It is a huge shift in mindset. Instead of security being this final roadblock, the Department of No that stops a launch at the last second, you weave security into every single step. It's all about being proactive from the very beginning, not reactive when something, inevitably goes wrong. So why should you care about all this technical stuff? Because it leads directly to these business outcomes. You get systems that can actually grow with you and handle success. You can ship new features to your customers in days, not months. And you get to sleep a little better at night knowing that security is baked in, not just bolted on as an afterthought. Okay, so that's what they do. But let's be honest, the how is just as critical. So let's pull back the curtain and look at the actual blueprint they use to make all of this a reality. It really comes down to three core principles. First up, automation. The philosophy is simple. If a machine can do it, a machine should do it. That cuts down on human error and speeds everything up. Second is collaboration. This means breaking down the walls between developers, security, and operations so they're all working together, not against each other. And third, continuous improvement. This is the idea that you're never done. The system can always be better, faster, and more secure. And this mission statement really ties it all together, doesn't it? The whole point isn't to add more layers of complexity. It's the exact opposite. It's about using powerful, advanced tech to create solutions that are simpler to manage, secure by default, and ready for whatever the future throws at them. All right, so you take the strategy, you take the tech pillars, you take the methodology, you put it all together. What do you get at the very end? It all comes down to one thing: a real, tangible competitive edge. This right here, this is the payoff. You can innovate faster, which means you can beat your competitors to market. You reduce your risks, both from security threats and just from things breaking. And when you can move fast and you can move safely, you can truly compete, no matter how tough your industry is. So at the end of the day, the goal is to be more than just another vendor you hire. It's about being a genuine partner who's in your corner, Someone who can guide you through this crazy, fast-moving digital world, whether you're just starting your cloud journey or you're deploying really sophisticated AI. And that brings us full circle, right back to where we started. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. It's not about what your tech is doing for you today. It's about whether it's prepared for whatever is coming next. So, is your business truly future ready? That's a crucial question for any leader to be asking themselves.